going to need is one ring, doesn't matter what size, whatever size you want, leather to wrap around the ring, a clothespin, sinew, scissors, and any decorations that you'll want. Okay, we're going to start off with the ring and the leather first. So what you're going to do is you start off first right here, or anywhere, and you leave a little extra at the top, and you start wrapping it around tightly around the ring. And then once you get a little bit for the clothespin to hold, put the clothespin on so that you don't have to keep holding it. And then you can keep working and go all the way around. Getting closer to the end, you want to make sure that you're doing it really tight, because especially on this part, if you don't get it really tight, then whenever you tie it up, it'll start getting loose and kind of unraveling. So you have to make sure that you don't miss any area. Now I'm going to take off the clothespin and I'm going to hold this firm and make sure that I haven't missed anything. Okay. And I'm going to tighten it up really tight and cut off the string. And then you just tie a double knot and it'll stay. Make sure you do it really tight. And then you can do another knot up here so that you can have something to hang it by. There. And now you have your ring. Measure about 3 yards. You don't have to be exactly 3 yards, but a good way to measure it is that's about 1 yard, your arm's length apart. And so if you do that 3 times, then you'll have about 3 yards. Like that. Now if you'll notice, the sinew is really thick and flat. So what you're going to want to do to make it thin is you need to find where it naturally separates and pull it apart. And you're going to pull it apart like this. Now the goal was to have a very thin, small piece like this all the way down it. An easy way to deal with this big mess of sinew right here is to get a piece of paper and to fold it up like so, and then you're going to wrap the sinew around the paper so that you can control it. This way it doesn't get all tangled up when you're trying to work, because it can turn into a really big mess really quick. There, now it's on a piece of paper. Now what you're going to do is you're going to start at the top of your Dreamcatcher, and you're going to tie a knot. Get as close to the center as you can, and just do a simple double knot. There. And just kind of bring the knot down towards the bottom. And and cut off your excess. Okay, now your first step is you're going to, it doesn't matter how thick you make it, you can make it really wide out like this, where you'll end up with really wide stitches, like in this Dreamcatcher right here. Or you can put it close in, like in here, and you'll get small stitches, like this one. Doesn't matter, whatever your preference is. There's no wrong way to do this. Now the first thing, wrap it around. I'm going to do mine thin because I like the small things. And wrap it around and try to put it in between the strands of leather because it'll hold the tightest in there. And then you bring your paper through and pull it snug. Now we're just going to go around and keep doing that into the leather. Pull it snug. Make sure it goes into that little thing. That way you can't tell what's in there. It's easiest to leave the sinew on the paper if you're doing thick parts, but if you're doing thin, you really can't keep it on because the paper gets in the way. And now we're back to the first little strand there. And what we're going to do is we're going to go inside the strand in the middle and pull the sinew through, and then you're going to go back through your strand just like you did on the first loops. And make sure it's in the middle and pull it tight. And then you can just do this all the way around. And now I'm going to finish off and tie it off. And all you do for that is bring the string through and just loop it. I usually do it a couple times to make sure that it will stay. I thought I would put one inside of my bead. We have it in.